Hey everybody, what's going on? We are back in the garage, and today we're going to attempt to do a small, hopefully not too painful install. I say painful because I still have not been to the doctor yet to get them to kind of help me out with my knee. But we're going to try and do a little something inside of the car. So I'm sure you guys probably already saw the thumbnail. We're going to be working on the interior of the car to do a little razzle dazzle to the inside of the ride, man. So, you know, and looking at this thing, man, I'm looking at it right now. It's on the bench. I might have to get me some more pieces like this to add inside of the car. So tell you what, man, let's try to check out this quick little B-roll of what we got, and then let's talk about it. All right, so this whole little process to getting this STI cup holder center console section was a bit difficult, because trying to order this part off of the Subaru website, man, it is on a serious back order. At least it was on a serious back order whenever I tried to order this thing. So I'm gonna leave the part number for that. I'm gonna leave links to, matter of fact, let me show you the part number. All right, so this right here, and it's in reverse for some crazy reason, but this is the part number for that part. And what I'll do is I'll link it in the description. How you can kind of get that part. Hopefully they not back ordered, but my situation to where I have to get mine, I had to order it from a company called Overland Designs. So reaching out to them, they had some in stock, but they come wrapped. Mine is wrapped in alcantera, so it's alcantera wrapped, which I kind of like because it kind of matches, well, certain things in there. They have a whole lot more interior pieces that you can get, which I'm seriously interested in getting. But I got this because it had the cup holder. Now, I did this because of, I ordered this thing because of what I'm planning to do in the future. Unfortunately, not this year, but I want to get that STI swap. So I did actually buy the module that goes in this spot. But this company has a coin tray that they've installed in here that I can remove it if I want to, and then once I remove it, I can actually install the little the DCD switch in here. I can put that in here, so that kind of helped me set up. But they did the little the cutouts and everything is already in there, and like I say, this thing is wrapped in alcantara, and I think it's gonna flow really good with what I already have in there. But the only place I can get it from was them, and I kind of really wanted it bad. And actually, that's just the one piece. This piece here you can actually get from the dealer as well, but I got it off of Amazon. It was actually cheaper than getting it from the dealer. But I'll link that in the description as well, and I'll also put the part number for this, the stock part number for this, in case you want to just go ahead and get it from Subaru. But it's a two-piece setup. Is this and then this, because this is gonna have to go into this thing. So we're gonna go ahead, get in the car, put that in there, and matter of fact, the price on that thing, it's kind of pricey, but like I say, it's custom wrapped, stitched. It looks really good, and I'm totally satisfied, and I'm okay with paying what I paid for it, which was, like I said, it was $275. But like I said, it also has this custom coin tray in there as well. But like I said, I'll link all that in the description. I've been doing way too much babbling, so let's go ahead, jump in the car, and let's work on taking the stock one out.
All right, here y'all. So the first thing we got to do is we got to empty out all the crap that I got in here. Let's see here. Empty out all, oh, that just fell underneath. Oh well. It is gone now. Put that over there. All right, and then we take out this little piece of carpet right here, take that out of there. And what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take out those 2 screws you see in the bottom down there, take those 2 screws out. And right here, there's a screw right here. So we're gonna have to pull this thing up. Oh, it's gonna be a nightmare. Hard doing this with one hand, but I got it. All right, looks like it's starting to come apart. I don't think I glued this thing too well, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But we got to take this screw out right here. If you guys can see that right there, we got to take this screw out right here, and those 2 screws in the back there, and this thing should just rock out of here till we can get underneath it. And after we get underneath it, we're gonna have to disconnect the 2 connectors for these 2 heat switches, seat warmer switches, and that should be it. And then once we do there should be some screws underneath here to release this, so I can just pop this thing out, and then we can pop the other one in. It should be that easy, but we're about to find out. So let me set the camera up and see if I can get this thing knocked out. All right, here now. Let's get these screws out of here. All right, we got those guys out. And then we'll get this other one over here out. And now it should be a matter of just rocking this thing up here, and there it is. All right, fam. So right here are those 2 connectors I got to get off. So I'm gonna work those 2 connectors off, and then I'm gonna kind of push this thing back, and then I'll show you guys the screws that are underneath here after I get it. But it's gonna be kind of hard to do trying to hold the camera. So let me put the camera somewhere where it can, hopefully it can just sit here and do what I want it to do. All right, cool. Those 2 are in. And then we got a couple of screws in here. Just that's holding this whole thing in here. All right, let me show you how this. Okay. Matter of fact, let me just pull this thing out of here, and then I'll show you guys where the screws are. Cause it's like, there's one right here on this side over here, right next to where those 2 connectors were for those 2 switches. And then there's one up here in the front where the little coin tray is. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. I feel like I'm gonna drop it. Ah, I dropped it. Let me go get my magnet. All right, so next up, all you gotta do is kind of just pop it off of here. And this whole little section right here pops right on out of there. This whole thing pops out, and then we'll go over to the bench, and then we'll put this thing back together and then bring it back over to the car. All right, so first things first. Oh, let me get me a flathead screwdriver. Okay, because we're gonna need to take these clips, transfer these clips over to this. So we're gonna try and get these off here without breaking them. So matter of fact, let me get my scribe. Looks like I'm gonna need 2 scribes. use both of these. So the thing is, you got to get these two little bitty clips, the clips in the middle, because that's what's clipping onto this bracket. Yeah, that worked. What I'm doing is getting behind the middle tab and pulling it out. And then the same thing on this one right here in the back. And whole thing comes out just like that. So see if you guys see what I'm talking about. That little tab right there in the middle. I'm getting behind this little thing right here in the middle and prying it outward in the front and the back, and then lifting the thing up carefully without breaking it. So from there, we got those out. And now we got to do is kind of squeeze this together. There's two little tabs right here. These things right here in the front and back. We're going to squeeze those and pop this thing out of here. So let's go. There we go. Just going one at a time. Oh, hell. Did I just pop it back? No, I didn't. Pop that one. Pop that one. And both of those are out. And there we go. Totally free. Put this in here. And then we're going to snap those guys right back in here. It's going to be a bit of a tighter squeeze because it's got alcantera wrapped around this thing. Alright, so I am going to have to fit these bad boys in at the same time, so straight down. Now let me get the front. There we go. Goodness. Whew. Alright, those are in, and now we got to do excuse me, goodness. Put these clips in there. They clip right in. Because remember, whenever you're trying to free this thing from there, when you're taking those middle things out, you're freeing it up from that little hole right there. That's where they snap in at. Put that in there. And then at that point, we need to attach this to this, which is why I got these. So some replacement screws. They are slightly thicker than the factory ones, but it's fine. I'm gonna grab these. I'll link those in the description as well. So what we need to do at this point is we are going to have to snap this guy onto here. Because it has little clips that hold it in. This right here, 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 and there. It's just 4 of those clips. So let's put that in there. There we go. Those are in there. Flip it upside down and you got 4 screws. One here, here. We just got those 2. We don't have 4. We just only got 2. Okay, cool. So let's work those screws in there. All right. Those screws are in. We got everything we need to hold this thing down. At this point, all we got to do, grab our 2 stock screws that we took out of there, and we bolt this thing down. Now, another thing that I kind of want to transfer over as well is this little clip right here. This is where it pins down in there, so we got to kind of pop this clip out of there without breaking it. Hup. And it freaking flinged all over the place. All right. So now I found it. So we get this little clip, transfer that over to right here. That pops right in there, and this is what's going to secure it down to the front. At this point, all we got to do is put this thing in there, plug in our connectors, screw the section in right here, and the other spot that's on there, I got to figure out where that is. Hopefully I ain't got to take these back out again. But let's go back inside the car and let's get this thing going. God dog it, y'all. Look like I made a mistake. I need another part. So I went on ahead, I called Subaru to see if my local Subaru dealer had one in stock, and they don't. So I'm gonna have to wait until Tuesday to get it. So
let's go in the car and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about what else that I need to actually complete this install. So let me show you what I'm running into. All right, fam. So let me show y'all what I'm running into. So it look like my car gonna be down for a few days, but it's all good because I don't want to take this back out of here because that was difficult and I don't want to mess with that no more. So this is what's going on. I thought I was okay, but I'm not. So there is this center console box right here. So when I put this in here, because you know this actual cup holder has this little extra part right here, it won't fit onto here because it's now this, because if you can see right here, it's bumping into the little back piece right there. So now that's the reason why I can't put this on. So show y'all what I mean here. So the way this one is designed with the WRX, it has this extra little piece right here. So I got to replace this whole box. So I'm gonna have to take this whole thing out and get the STI one. The STI one doesn't have this little extra material right here. So I'm gonna get the STI compartment box and just switch everything that's under here over to that one. Pop this one out. It's like a screw right here, screw there, and I think it's 2 more screws in the back there, which means I'm gonna have to take this whole center console out of here to make that entire swap. So I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna have to put this video on hold until I actually get those parts in here. So for y'all, it's just gonna be mere milliseconds, but for me, I got a couple days. Let me see, it's Saturday. So shoots, I got like 3 days. Yep, 3 days before I can go grab the part, and then we can finish the install. So I'm gonna stop it right here, leave the car a mess the way it is right now, and then once we get the part, we'll pull the center console out, because right now, in order to get this center console all the way out, I'm gonna have to pull out all these little zip ties and stuff, which I might go, I don't know if I'll do that right now while I'm waiting. Pull all of this off just to get it ready to pull completely out of here and swap this thing over. So I guess I'll see y'all in a few days. All right, y'all, what's going on, everybody? So first off, man, this has been a long week, and I'm feeling like crap right now. I came down with something, but that's probably because I've been working pretty much every day this week, and I ain't been getting very much sleep. So forgive me if I sound a little funny on the video, but like I told y'all, we was gonna put in that order to get that part. So let me tell y'all what happened. So let me see. We said we made that order. What, it was Saturday? Well, they said it should be delivered. It should be at the dealership by Monday, right? Guess what today is? Today is Saturday again. So that's right, y'all. 7 whole days, man. And got the part in. So now, matter of fact, let me show you guys what. Let me show you the part. All right, so here it is. So hopefully this is gonna work, but I'm pretty sure it will. But that's the part number for it right there. If you guys want to pause and check that out, it really doesn't matter because I am going to link it in the description. But let's open this thing up. And here we go. So this is it. So this is going to be the part that sticks out for the back seat. So I actually took out the center console armrest section because we got to take this out because we got to use on the bottom here. There's, hold on, let me show you guys. All right. So there's a bolt back. Let me see. Make sure you guys can see what I'm looking at here. There's a bolt right back here in the back here. Then there's 4 bolts, one right here, here, and here we got to get out. Once we pull that out, this whole thing should just drop out of here, and then we can put this guy in there. As you can see, that little extra piece, this is this right here. So this one does not have that. It's just this right here, just like that. And it relocates these 2 devices right here, your cigarette lighter or your charger, and then your USB and all of that.
So let's get that process started. All right, here we go. We're going to pop this off real quick. And it looks like our screw was already out. Let's take that out of there. So we good to go there. Now, let's get into this thing. Taking all of these screws out. So, get up. Pop those guys out, put him over to the side here, and then we're left with this. And as you can see, this is the difference between the two. So that one does not have that little piece back there stuck out. So now we got to do is transfer our headphone jack and a USB module and the cigarette lighter. Transfer it over into this thing, and then we can put this in there. And then we can give this thing another run. Try and wrap this video up. Okay, now so we're gonna have to, there's some tabs that's holding this cigarette lighter and the USB module in there. We just gotta depress those down and we can just pop these things out of there. You can do that with a flathead screwdriver. All right, I got those things out. So now when you're putting this in the new one, there's a little tab on the side right there. I don't know if this is going to catch it or not. A little tab right there. That is what goes into this little cutout right there on the cigarette lighter. So you want to line that up with that, and then it should press right on in. And there it is, all in there. And this one, it's only gonna go in one way because it's shaped to it. So just slide that in there like that. And there it is. Tray's done. Or not really. You gotta transfer this little plate on the bottom so you can screw it down to the actual tunnel. Here. And there we go. Now, it has two alignment pins for this as well that goes into these two little holes right there. So now let's just screw this thing in, and then we'll try for our second attempt to get it in the car. So I'm gonna screw it in there, and then we're gonna go back to the car. All right, y'all. So pretty much all we gotta do now is connect all these wires. Run this loom inside of here the best way I can. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna connect everything up. That's there. These two are for the seats, the seat warmers. And we can run this cable through this little holder right there. And that should be it for that. So, next thing we need to do is we can bring this thing down. And then let's put the actual cup holder section in there, and the snaps in there. Snapping. All right, goodness. Okay, goodness, that took longer than I wanted it to. So now, all we got to do is put in our little screws here. There we go. Right, there. Now, let's get back to the you'll have to. All right. Now we got to do is screw the base down, and then we should be good to go. Alrighty. Now We can screw these base bolts in. Alright, and this other one should just pop into place. Grab this last screw, put it up front here. And there we go. It is in. And now we'll put our e-brake on there, e-brake boot. All right, y'all, so there you go. It is in. Now the only other thing I'm gonna have to do is, I could cut this and put it in there. I'm just gonna stuff it in there, and then I'll order the little carpet for the bottom right there. It's not truly necessary, but really all I gotta do is just stuff that thing in there and it'll be fine. Just like that. It's gonna be stuff in there anyway. But there it is, y'all. It is in. And then let's make sure everything works. Yep. Everything works. All right, y'all. So that's gonna pretty much wrap up that install. Not too hard. The only hiccup was me not having the correct part, but I made the mistake, so y'all don't have to. So it's not hard of an install. It's pretty freaking easy. As far as for the USB connections inside the that little compartment box, you're probably gonna have to disassemble that harness a little bit to get a little bit more length on it, so you can stretch it over to its new location. But I don't use that, and you got to have a module for that anyway when you got an aftermarket radio, and I don't, so I don't really need it. But something to keep in mind if you want to do that. So yeah, y'all, man, I gotta apologize, y'all. I'm feeling terrible right now. It's like I'm getting worse and worse by the minute. I just woke up with this. So like I said, I'm gonna link everything in the description if you're interested in doing this swap. And you know what? I did not show you guys that I do have this module as well. So I went ahead and ordered it. But if you order that through Overland Designs, they'll make it to where you can still use this. But if you don't have it just yet, they give you a little coin tray that you can put in there, and it removes the same way you would add this in there. So there is that. So like I said, y'all, it's not in the cards for this year. So I got to try and make a way to make that happen for next year. So at the end of the year, we'll be able to talk about that then. All right, y'all. So now that I got this all done, and it's Saturday, I got to hurry up, edit this thing out, and have it ready for Monday so I don't miss that upload. And I got some interesting stuff happening next week. But after I get that done, I need to get some sleep and get some medicine in me so I can feel better, because I got something big happening on Monday. I think y'all gonna like it, but like I say, we'll see. So appreciate you guys, man. Thank you, man. Everything that y'all said on that last video, man. I keep saying the same thing, man. It hits me a different way. So it's just like it's just driving me to keep going, man. We're having steady growth, man. We on our way, man. And that's all because of y'all, man. So I truly want to thank all of you guys. I love the crap out of y'all, man. Y'all make it worthwhile, man. It's fun because of you guys. So appreciate you guys, man. Thank you if you made it this far in the video. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, hit all so you get notified whenever I put out a video.
And until that next video, fam, peace.